I reckon.
What is up? We are back. It is Friday.
Howdy, folks.
Max, you know the drill.
It's what they call me, I think.
Well,
I hope.
how are we all doing in this dire times?
Look,
dire times.
Still working, so that's a plus for me at least. Pretty happy about that. Received a bunch of stock today.
yeah, the show's still doing well. We got, we're still operating fairly normally. Obviously, no play space.
Yeah, of course.
But you can still come in and get your puzzles and your games and your models and your toy soldiers and
essential services, according to the Prime Minister himself, Scott.
Yep.
First thing he said was, let's go out and get some puzzles. Everyone at once. Everyone go down to General Games, get your puzzles.
You're not wrong.
That's what they did.
They did show up. Anyway, today we are going to be breaking down the Fantasy Flight Inflight report from Gencon. A little different Gencon this year.
Look, a little bit. I'm not sure. There's less people there.
It's probably cheaper to run, this one.
Oh, I don't know about that. They would have to invest in all of the... I guess everyone does it individually, though, not
Still
Gencon themselves.
Guarantee it's cheaper. But yeah, so Fantasy Flight have done an in-flight report. It is obviously just online only. And yeah, we're going to bash our way through that today and tell you about the exciting things coming up.
Jump straight into it. Hello, Marcus, as well in chat. Evening to you too, buddy. All right, so we're going for the X-Wing first.
First of all, X-Wing, the miniatures game.
Finally got some new releases. The last one was
been
Fireball.
A while. Really just got the Fireball, to be fair.
Yeah, look, I didn't want to bring too much attention to it, but I kind of did, honestly.
Yeah, so obviously COVID's been making the
slow
boats even more slow.
Yeah, look. We had some issues, now we just have some more. But look, it finally arrived, and we got some announcements. Releases September 2020.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. We may as well cut it off.
2?
September 21, 23. But look, it'll come out at some point, I imagine. It is up for pre-order at the moment, so
yes.
it means it does exist as a product that you can buy.
Yes, I've already ordered my 20 of each, I think.
We've got the XI class light shuttle, the LAAT gunship, and the HMP droid gunship. Now, those are all fancy manufacturer titles for these things. It's a Republic gunship.
Yep.
The shuttle thing, and then the
what is that?
I think it's called the Ultimate Frisbee. I believe that's what they call it.
I reckon I could frisbee that across the board.
But I'm pretty excited for the Republic gunship. I think
the light shuttle, because I know that Kylo had his own individual ship, because he's not in the silencer in the new movies.
Oh yeah, the big,
he does fly up for the silencer, but he actually has kind of something like the light shuttle, right?
No, it's not that light. It's huge. This is like a precursor to the Imperial Lando.
But how that's First Order.
Is this First
Order?
Order?
It's a post cursor to it. So it makes it more sleek.
So we've got a First Order
design.
release, a Republic release,
yes,
and then a Separatist release.
Which makes sense because they're all the new factions.
That does make sense. So the gunship I'm very excited for. I didn't think this thing could actually survive in space, but here we are. Maybe they're out of ideas.
We won't go into too much of that detail.
I thought the Jedi cruiser would land into the atmosphere or come into the atmosphere, then release the gunships, but who knows? Maybe it's fine.
Pedantic, Scott. Pedantic.
Yeah, maybe it's fine. Apparently the clones can just roll around in space without any sort of ship. So
they've got helmets on. They're fine.
No, it's totally fine.
Wouldn't be surprised they could just float around.
They're wearing masks. What could go wrong?
Oh.
Topical. But oh, you just got it.
Yeah, that took me a couple of seconds.
But yeah, I'm excited for these ships. I want to see
really cool stuff.
Very excited about the gunship specifically. I think it's such an iconic part of the
really
prequel trilogy.
Yeah,
all those clones jumping off it and stuff. So
consistently, even like number 2, when you think Padme falling out of the gunship, and then Anakin's like, I gotta go save her, and Obi-Wan's like, no, you have a duty.
He's like, I have the high ground. But I imagine this thing will have a few crew spots.
Yep.
And it's a small base ship? Interesting.
Small base?
It might be. It could be medium.
I think it'd be a medium.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The droid gunship looks small to me. Maybe the light shuttle's either a large, probably a larger or medium.
Yeah.
I wonder if the gunship goes to large.
Oh, we'll find out. But you got to remember, these prices are US dollars, so they will be slightly higher for the Australian audiences.
Not much from us, though. We're pretty good like that.
We're quite good like that. Cracking on, we have the TIE RB Heavy. This is yet another TIE fighter. And it's slightly fatter in the middle.
Yeah, it's a chunky TIE fighter.
So 2 attack dice, 1 evade dice.
Not as quite heavy as the bomber, though.
8 hull? Good lord. That's a lot.
But no shields, so I'm going to just crit it to death, because that's what we
shield.
do. 1 evade? What's it going to dodge? Nothing.
Obviously, we don't have the slots, because they are obviously on the app.
Yeah.
But I think that looks like a gunner spot. Just there on the
yep, that makes sense.
To the left of the main pilot seat.
Possibly maybe a crew slot in there if we. But TIE fighters don't really have crew.
Well, the TIE SF does. But yeah, gunner or whatever it might be. But yeah, exciting. It's got the firing arc little indicator in the bottom.
Definitely, probably a gunner or a turret, maybe something.
So you can definitely see that. See more than just front-facing arc, which would be nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Cracking on. What else we got? We got the Heralds of Hope Squadron
We
pack.
got the X-Wing, and the A-Wing.
And the A-Wing. Look, these are not new ships. But I imagine there's going to be a bunch of new content.
You couldn't tell the difference of those. Look, you got the orange body and the red arm. Anyone? It's got cool.
The red arm joke. That's aged like a fine wine.
Yeah, you wouldn't recognize it.
So look, this is also obviously new stuff. We've got cool orange dials, which I like.
Yeah, it's all Republic stuff, right? So we've got the new X-Wings from the Republic, so we're not going old school, so better evades, really good, not very, better firepower, maybe some more hull, I think. They've normally got some extra shields and things like that as well, which is cool. But look, you got Poe, an actual ship for Poe as well, which is really cool. And what's that, is it? Wexley? You got Wexley as well?
Timden Wesley.
Yeah,
Wexley.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we don't know much about this. Obviously, you can try and break down the image and read all the text, but I won't be doing that today. We have lots to talk about.
A bunch of new rockets and things like that.
More X-Wings, more A-Wings. I'm always a big fan of those two things.
A-Wings are so cool right now.
This thing I am excited for, the Trifighter. This is a pretty iconic ship.
Look, as a separatist myself.
You're a separatist? This thing has a new kind of bomb. Looks like a buzz droid bomb.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Very exciting. So it's got a 5k turn, a 1... Is that a sloop or a Krogan turn?
I think it's
it's a Talon roll.
Yeah, it's a Talon roll.
Is that a 1 Talon roll?
That's a 1 Talon roll.
Spicy.
That's a B-Wing stuff right there, baby.
1 hards, 2 hard. It looks like a great dial, honestly.
Yeah.
Lots of blue.
Lot of blue. More blue than white.
3 attack, 3 defense. Always a hallmark of a good ship. And 3 hull. Like, that's Interceptor.
And no shields.
Yeah, it's Interceptor style.
Yep. Don't get hit. Tactic number 1.
Well, that's just good idea for most of X-Wing, isn't it? Yeah, it's just good business. more topical humor here today, General Games.
Look, really excited. I'm sure people will be flying that as kind of like their key ship in the Separatists. It gives us probably a cheaper option to Grievous as well. Obviously, Grievous has been kind of the elite ship that you've been running
for sure.
In the Vulture, and maybe this will give us something in between Grievous and kind of the what is it? Grievous and the just Swarm.
I wonder if you can bring 8 of these.
Probably not 8.
They don't look like a super expensive ship.
Well, that's
although
what I'm saying.
3/3 makes them pretty good.
Yeah, right. The 3 evade, 3 attack, I think, will probably bring them up there into probably like 40-ish to 50-ish points for the ship, and then depending on what the pilot is.
And
so imagine running
stuff,
1 or 2 of these with probably like 3 of your basic ships. Will probably be a list that we're going to see more commonly moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, well, pressing on. We got another Slave 1. This is Django Fett's Slave 1.
It's not another Slave 1, it's the Slave 1.
This is the Slave 1, yeah. This is before Boba got it from his papa. This is the original, the OG.
Yeah.
It's obviously a Separatist ship.
Which is really cool as well.
It's their first medium-based ship.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Again, like we've seen Slave 1 absolutely dominate X-Wing previously.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen Django, Boba doing some pretty disgusting things for the Imperial, for Scum, I should say.
Boba and Scum, Boba and Imperial, and now we've got one for Separatists. We've got how many? What's the ship that's in the most factions? Is it the Y-Wing, or is it?
No, this is the mining tie. Ties are in a lot of factions.
Yeah,
you've got Sabine, then you've got the mining tie. Then
There's definitely Resistance Y-Wing, Republic Y-Wing, and Rebellion Y-Wing, and a Scum Y-Wing, right? I don't know,
okay.
But this is getting up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
The amount of Slave 1s in the
There's a large base ship as well.
Does Sabine pilot this one as well?
So yeah, like really cool. I mean, again, giving the Separatists more options, not just Grievous as kind of their big hitter, I think is really, really cool. Look, even throwing this and Grievous on the table and then just filling the rest with just regular droids. Like,
yeah, it's good
look
to
at
see.
this thing. It's got like, what, 6 hull, 4 shield? Like, you ain't killing that.
Look, 10 wounds is a lot. It's got 3 front arc, 3 back arc, I believe, in terms of attacking.
Yeah, really, really strong.
And it's got some condition cards as well, which is cool. But yeah, exciting times. It's good to see these sort of new factions getting fleshed out.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen some X-Wing stuff as well, which I'm really excited about. So some really, really cool
the
stuff.
The Vwing, speaking of cool ships.
Oh, this is still going. We're just getting more stuff.
Yeah. This is wave 7, I think, for
September 2023.
2029. Yeah. So the Vwing, 1 hards, 2 hards, 3 hards as well. It's got a good dial. 4K turn, 2K turn, and
I was trying to get drug with like 4 hards, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock rock, 7 o'clock, 8
red
o'clock.
1 banks, which is rough, but at least they exist. So this feels more like a TIE fighter than maybe an X-Wing. Yeah,
which is what I guess the Republic are trying to do. They had a lot of the really good technology-based ships. So all about skill in fighting. Obviously, with the TIE fighters, you move on to much more kind of like squadron-based fighting. Whereas the Republic, I think, showcased in a lot of the movies that you can have a whole army worth of fighters.
Yep.
But if Anakin's on the field, we follow Anakin. And maybe you might show to Obi-Wan briefly. So
He hates flying.
he does.
Yeah.
Which is why you follow Anakin.
He's not a huge fan of the old flying. But yeah, this one, this is a cool ship. Another iconic ship from the prequels.
Yeah.
Looking at capping out at 5 pilot skills, so no super elite pilots in this one.
5's still pretty good, though.
5's fine, yeah. Initiative, rather.
Yeah.
Let's use the correct terminology when we can. And it's oddball. It's one of the clones.
Hey.
That's nice.
But Scott, just so you're aware,
Yes. I press the button.
this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. I got a bad feeling about this one. Yeah, so this is my personal favorite ship in all of Star Wars, the ETA-2 Actis class Jedi Interceptor, which, look, the Jedi Interceptor is a better name than the ATA-2 Actis class. I think they need to go back to their original roots where they put like the Millennium Falcon instead of the YT-1300 freighter.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Well, they did. It's called Lando's Millennium Falcon, Scott.
Why is this one not called the ship from Episode 3 that everyone like covered in buzz droids or whatever? This comes with a hyperspace ring, which is very exciting. This is how they get
That's
it
what
out of
it's
hyperspace.
called. Obi-Wan's ship covered in buzz droids.
So the hyperspace ring, from what I'm told by people in my group chats, they tell me the hyperspace ring is not actually used in the regular game. It's used in the scenario and epic play.
It's thematic.
So it's not a hyperspace ring. It's an epic ring.
Which, look, I actually support the idea of creating storytelling based models or cards and things like that, because not all things can be balanced for competitive play. That is a fact. Look at things like Warhammer as an example, where it's so hard to balance everything perfectly, but they have a huge narrative base where the balance doesn't really matter as much, because maybe there's some extra models over here or some points floating around there. So I like the idea of actually creating a narrative that you can play. And I hope that this is kind of some of the first steps that we have to actually having the ability to run a campaign or run a story arc over a planet or something like that. So when COVID does end, knock on wood.
This ain't wood.
Oh, this is all wood. When COVID does end, we can actually play some really cool campaign stuff, maybe transform some fights from X-Wing all the way onto the battlefield for Legion and stuff like that as well, and you can kind of show... I would love to try and math out a way that we can kind of bring a fight over a whole planet and just drag it from level to level to level.
Yeah, for sure.
Be really, really cool.
This thing's very exciting because the issue with all like this kind of ship in the past is if you give it 3 attack dice, it's crazy, and if you give it 2, it sucks.
Yeah.
This has 3 in the bullseye arc and 2 in the regular arc.
Hey!
I think that's very clever. Look, forgive me if this has already been done, but I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It has, looks like it's got...
Any game that rewards a player for a better usage of skill or a higher skill
2
play.
Talon roll. This thing's amazing. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this ship. Looking forward to putting it on the table. Again, my favorite. I'm hoping we see a yellow one as well for Anakin.
Yep.
But
Really excited.
yeah, what are we got Anakin Skywalker at pilot skills Initiative 6, Obi-Wan Initiative 5, Ayla Secura at Initiative 5
I love
as well.
myself some Ayla Secura.
Looks like
She's my favorite character in Star Wars. I love the
nice.
Twi'leks.
And you still haven't watched Clone Wars.
Well, no, I used to play her in Battlegrounds.
Yeah, but she's so prevalent in Clone Wars.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, what else we got? We got this boy. We're talking about
Hey,
him.
that's your dude.
So we're on to
That's
Legion
the
now.
thing.
We're from the sky to the ground.
Yep. The next
And-
step in the assault forward on Coruscant.
Yes, this is the man, the myth, the legend.
Don't underestimate his power, Scott.
Darth Anakin Skywalker Vader. This is where the fun begins.
gotta
You
use your
estimate my
titles.
power, and what's the last one? Something as a Clone War?
Something to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe General to the Clone Wars or Leader of the Clone Wars. Something cool
Yes.
like that.
Now this layout of cards obviously hides everything we want to know about him.
Yeah, of course. Look, if you are keen on wildly speculating, check out the video. Maybe put the link in the description later on.
Yeah, you made a video about this today.
I did make a video about this yesterday. Well, I made it yesterday. It came up today.
Yeah.
But I wildly speculated about how cool this character's going to be. Admiral Mulvin. So really, really excited about this character. Scott's officially going to have to pick him up and paint him and play some clones as well.
I already have 501st like themed clone troopers.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So
I
I think
painted
this
for
would
release.
fit in pretty well with that.
Yeah, he's very cool. He's really powerful. Do you reckon we'll see a evil version at some point?
Look, it's hard to tell because even if you think at the
Because he's
anger
Republic
and,
right now, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what that symbol is, Republic.
Yeah.
And then we could have an Imperial one for like
You
20
mean
minutes.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, but like this model, and with this stat card, because Darth Vader sucks. You heard it here first.
Well, this is the thing.
You all heard it. Darth Vader sucks. Like robot man, awful.
Nah.
This guy, real villain.
Well, I definitely think there's going to be people utilizing his face and even body as a Darth Vader figure. I definitely think that's going to happen. You're going to see that.
I'm still going to be sad
Just 'cause it's really cool. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of similarities between this particular character and Darth Vader, but maybe a bit faster,
or
naturally.
just better in every way.
Possibly more points.
Younger, better.
Because here's the thought process, right? Like, Darth Vader is ludicrously powerful as a character, but you got to think that's him in a weakened form when he's encased in metal, right?
Yeah.
Like well, I mean, when you see what is it? It's not what's the? I'm trying to remember the movie, one of the most recent movies where they find the prequel to the sequels, but not like the prequels. It was the one right before Episode 4.
Rogue One.
Rogue One, thank you. I was trying to remember that in my head. When you see right at the end of him, obviously just like walking forward, crushing a guy's throat, hitting some people with some sabers, like he's crazy powerful in just walking down a hall and murdering people. And here's him without any of the disabilities.
Yeah, no inhibitions. He's just fresh off the youngling killing.
Yep.
He's got
that high.
Yeah. And he's just a badass. But this one is obviously we're getting off shopping. This one is we'll do a whole podcast where Max and I discuss the pros and cons of Darth Vader. This is comment if you'd actually watch that. So this is obviously a Republic Anakin Skywalker, so going to be paired up with clones and things like that.
Clones are already very strong at the moment as well. Like
big
a lot of
fan.
firepower. They can focus-wise someone down. The big threat's down enough for Anakin to just get there.
Yeah.
Which is a big weakness to high-powered Jedi or high-costed Jedi characters.
For sure.
Just take them off the table or morale them down.
Well, we'll move on.
Yeah. Oh, Max can react to that all day.
And you've also talked about this character.
Oh, Max did react to this all day.
So again, if you want to check out what Max thinks about this character in Legion in general, check out that video. We'll have links in the description.
Losing myself in the moment is not a good enough, an apt enough description of what I did to this model.
What I like about this model, I don't know if you've mentioned already, is that the face tattoos or whatever, they're actually raised off the model, so you can paint them easier.
Oh, that's so cool.
You don't have to get in there with your Da Vinci brush and freehand.
I was literally commenting about that as well. I was like hoping that there was something to do.
No, if you look at the unpainted one, you can see that the sculpt has raised detail.
That's really cool. So you know the best part about this model is at one point he was holding a lightsaber, right? And there was a big beam of light coming out of it with a crystal here that was able to cauterize wounds, was supposed to be like morally correct in how to kill people and things like that and to maim them without actually killing them. And then he pressed the other one out. Oh my god!
Yes, I too saw that movie in the cinemas.
Vetters, yeah.
In 2002 or whatever it was.
I think as cool as kind of Maul is, the real question is these Sith probe droids and how they're going to interact with people. The big thing I was saying is like a bounty hunter style thing where obviously the current bounty hunters point at someone, Cad Bane say, gives me back my hat. You know, that's what he does. Whereas Darth Maul with the probe droids turn around and be like, maybe they offer more suppression or give information about characters and Maul then hurts them better.
Or maybe they can look at face-down order tokens.
Yeah, things like that would be really cool. I'd like to see some kind of like him, because he's so hateful, pointed at someone, the probes figure out the information on him.
He is pretty hateful.
And then being like, cool, because I know you, I can re-roll some dice or get some extra attack dice or some better defense dice or something like that. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so let us know what you think of these characters in the comments below. And then
more
doctors? No, we got robots. We got separatist
is that
specialists. No, that is a droid commander, not commando.
Not commando.
Droid commander.
Two very different people.
They're analytically skilled.
Is that giving birth to a robot baby?
Yes, that's actually Luke Skywalker.
Look, it could be. You never know.
No, so these are obviously just add-ons to troops, probably.
Yeah. So the way these work is, obviously commanders at the moment for Separatists are General Grievous and what's his name, Count Dooku. Obviously very high costing characters, like 120, 140 points,
For sure,
whatever it was. These guys are going to be like your 60 points. Just stock them on there, nice and cheap. Get the cards, fill it out with more models.
Yeah, if you can really max out those droid units and put droid commanders in, you can really save some points.
Look, I'm not too close about that General Game is better than General Grievous comment.
No, I'd say so.
Have you seen 4 arms? Like, Darth Maul had 2 from the one lightsaber. He's got 4.
Yeah, but he's dead. We're streaming.
COVID got him.
He got shot by an uncivilized blast.
I disagree. I think it was a coffin.
We got clones! I love clones. These are gorgeous. This paint job, very well done. I'm a big fan of the freehand
here. Do you reckon that's CGI here?
No, I think they painted it and took a photo of it.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's very well done.
I'm not here for that.
I love
the droid clone thing.
The droid clone.
The hologram.
Yeah. The hologram. Man. Yeah, I really like the way he's got the thing.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Air support. synchronized defense, attack of the clones.
These actually seem like very similar cards to the droid commandos, the droid commandos, I should say, which is really interesting.
Well,
The air support orbital strikes,
like
and Roger, attack of the clones, like they're trying to mimic each other, I think.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. If you see, I don't think we have the picture here, but you can actually choose to have these guys holding their helmets and actually have clone heads as well instead.
Oh, that's
if
nice,
you really want.
So if you want to not look all the same, you want to take the helmet off.
100%.
Then they look all the same anyway.
No, because we've got different hairstyles. Like
yeah,
the
so
mohawk
different scars and
but really, really cool. Order 66 vibes from this, which I think is absolutely brilliant. FFG have just been in capturing these models, the essence of them, and in capturing that feel of Star Wars in this game more and more with each releasing character.
Shout out to FFG for making what is essentially a monopose clone trooper, not monopose. Like these, every clone they've made is different. It looks nice.
Very unique.
You can tell them apart on the battlefield for sure.
Yeah, big fans.
But yeah, what do we got next? Oh, this is a screenshot from our pre-orders page.
We sell all those products, by the way.
We sell them. Well, if you want to get them, you do the clickety-click on our website, generalgames.com.au, hit the pre-orders tab. It's all going to be there.
It looks like it's all more than 10% off RRP.
Oh, yeah, we do
like
crazy
15%, 20% off RRP. Come give me a yell.
Trying to do really good deals on Legion because we love it so much and we want to see more people playing it.
100%.
Obviously, right now is not the best time to be playing games, but it is a good time to paint your miniatures.
Oh, if you... I'm calling out every single person right now. You come into the store with an unpainted army when COVID is done, 0 excuses. I'm going to get the model hammer out and we're going to start smacking. Simple as that. Boop. We're going to baseball bat them off the table.
All right, so if you want to bring your unpainted army when I'm working, not Max, I totally understand. But yeah, so moving on, they also announced more expansions for Marvel Champions.
Yes.
One of their best, most successful LCGs.
Apparently, look, I've known a lot of people that love this game, but
it's a good game.
I haven't personally heard a huge amount of ruckus about it, but I do know those diehard fans definitely are
It's a very accessible cooperative LCG. There's no like competitive stress on it. They just like... You get down with your mates, you get some characters out, you play some scenarios. There's no competitive edge, you just have the things. And then they bring out new stuff, and you add that to it, and you can play as all your favorite characters. Like, you got the Hulk hero pack, now. And you've got the Kang scenario pack.
Did they bring out Kodos as well?
They bring out lots of things. The Rise of the Red Skull expansion.
The Red Skull's one of my favorite characters as well.
We got 4 new hero packs here, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. These are individual characters you can play as... on their own, or you can play them together and they get a small bonus.
Okay, that's really cool.
If you play Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they'll get synergies. If you play Ant-Man and Wasp, they'll also get
That makes
synergies.
a lot of sense, because obviously those characters in the comics and in the movies, I mean, not so much in the movies, Scarlet Witch doesn't integrate with Quicksilver too much, because he's a Fantastic Four character?
No, he's an X-Men. He's in the movies. He runs in front and gets shot.
Oh,
he just dies
that's
real quick.
Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Oh,
the guy running really quickly?
I'm thinking Silver Surfboard. I am so...
you can leave.
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfboard?
Yeah, Silver Surfer. Man, I'm bad at life.
Anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp have big... They have big modes, and they have like big, exciting cards to go with them.
Okay, that's cool.
Which is very exciting. Cracking on. We got a new thing...
These are all new releases that we're getting.
It's a Guardian of the Galaxy scenario pack.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a whole bunch of cool cards to go with that.
Does THW mean thwack? I hope it does. There's an attack, but there's also a thwack.
And a thwack. I'm a big fan of Guardians. I didn't think I would be until the movie came out, so good job for that.
Yeah, look, impressive.
Came out of nowhere.
Rocket Raccoon's definitely one of the best characters I think ever to be created by... Like, the fact that Groot can be so lovable and interact so much with the whole cast, the movies and everything, by only saying Groot.
What's Vin Diesel, right?
Oh, of course. And that's such an
Bradley
impressive thing to do as well.
That's fantastic. Obviously, this is not the movie ones, but
yeah.
But still, look, big fan. I love that Rocket calls out Tony for being not that smart. He's like, "You're only a genius on Earth, pal." Love it. Great characters. Great characters and great content made from those characters.
Yeah, of course.
This is a weird one.
Oh, was not expecting
this. They took an 11-hour game and they added more content to it.
Not even a small amount more content. You get 2 extra players in this expansion?
2 extra players, 40 new tiles, like 17 more races. And for those who have played 3rd edition, 4th edition, they'll know that Twilight 4 already has like a heap of the expansions from Twilight 3.
Yeah.
So this is all new content. There's mechs now. There's like all sorts of cool stuff.
This is some of the tiles of the Mahak.
I haven't
Gene Sorcerers.
I haven't fully unpacked everything. There's like
when you couldn't police
there's like teleporter gate tiles.
I can read a bunch of stuff. It means nothing to me.
But yeah, look, I've played this game not as much as it deserves. It's an excellent game. Definitely one of my favorites. Just never get a chance to put it on the table because it takes
with
so
COVID,
long.
we're all locked down in houses. We have time to.
But now we can fit 8 people around.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, that is actually exciting. We'll definitely be stocking a couple of those.
Oh, definitely. I already know a couple of people are going to be messaging on the way now. Just get involved. I will be keen to play that with you.
Yeah, one day.
Fun. One day.
In 5 years. And then we'll finish in the 60th.
What if we just do a video about it? Just you and me will play it head on.
This table ain't big enough. But yeah, what else we got? We got this is a new game from Fantasy Flight Games.
I'm always keen for new games.
XMen, so Marvel X-Men Mutant Insurrection. I think they finally got the license to the X-Men.
Well, that's what I'm wondering about. FFG's announcement today was not today. It was yesterday. I think it was a lot of X-Men stuff. A lot across their games.
Well, they don't do Champions. What's that game called? Marvel Crisis Protocol. But they do distribute it, so maybe they share licenses.
Yeah, I think they would.
But yeah, so this game, we don't know much about it, but it looks like sort of Destiny X-esque dice and card game. It's a cooperative board game style, so it's not going to be like...
Well, I think if
it's not going to be a tournament game.
You're saying like Champions was doing so well as a cooperative game, but they're kind of leaning into that, and people, especially at home in COVID, want to do stuff with their family and kids getting involved in things like that. And I find personally that if you've got kids in the house and you're looking for a board game to get them involved, a cooperative game allows the parent to get involved in a lot of fun, awesome ways, but also kind of push their kids into or point out clear things that say, hey, look, well, what do you think? What is the direction that you think we should take? And kind of egg on your kids to have that kind of thought process going, which is really, really good for young age.
It's very important for young gamers to learn how to win and lose gracefully.
Yeah.
And when they win and lose with the rest of the table, they can learn that skill quite quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, great games to sort of go with your younger gamers, and obviously for adults as well.
These guys also, is that... Oh no, it's Gambit.
It's Gambit.
Yeah, I love Gambit.
Yeah,
I thought it was Cycles for a second. I'm like, the really cool cartoon art they've got going for here, the comic book art.
I was obviously a big fan of Destiny. I think Fantasy Flight make great games with dice. Big fan of dice games in general. So yeah, I'm keen to check this out when it comes in. This happened at the end of the stream.
Yeah, they snuck this one in there, didn't they?
For those who just joined us, we're talking about the Fantasy Flight in-flight report.
Yeah.
They did this kind of cheesy thing where he says, oh, look, how was that? We're off live, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what? The camera's still rolling. Why am I holding this giant Descent 3rd Edition box? So obviously a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this game.
Yeah.
Descent's kind of taken a backseat to Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, all these other sort of...
Yeah.
They've sort of let the market open for other dungeon crawl games.
It's also been hard to kind of get in some stock for Descent. Honestly, I have a lot of people coming in asking me for expansion packs and things like that, and they're out of print. They're not just out of print, they're out of stock as well, so I can't get them back in, or at least struggle to. And now we kind of know...
We've got a 3rd edition, so...
Why?
Yeah, so maybe Fantasy Flight's like, look, sick of it. Gloomhaven's great, but
we're better.
We've done it before. We've done it first.
Yep.
And we're back. So Descent 3rd Edition, we'll be running pre-orders for that as soon as we can.
That box looks gorgeous as well, quite frankly.
We officially know nothing because this was a sort of sneak preview. I imagine we'll get more information as Gencon Online unfolds.
Yep. Honestly, looking at that box, like straight up makes me want to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's another...
And then put it down, then pick it up.
I'm going to talk to my partner straight away and be like, hey, yo, we're going to pick this up. We're going to play it together. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm really keen on it.
Well, look, yeah, and maybe they'll take some of the things from original Descent, well, the Descent 2nd Edition, where you can play without a GM. I'd like that.
Yeah.
Because that's something Gloomhaven does well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the in-flight report.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
Now
we're going to do a thing. We'll kind of spoil a bit. But now we're going to do a thing where we're going to add this to our sort of weekly update video. We're going to sort of showcase a miniature that a community member sends in.
Yep.
They send in a photo and we will... give some praise.
Yeah. Look, I have a lot to say about this model, but kind of just continuing on from that very quickly, I'm very excited to jump into this already. But it doesn't matter what kind of thing it is. It could be a Dungeons & Dragons miniature. It can be a Legion miniature. Maybe you've painted up an XWing miniature as well. Lord of the Rings. Obviously, we've got some 40k here, Age of Sigmar. Whatever it is, huge, small. We just kind of want to connect with the community and showcase some of the skills.
There is some amazing work happening right now, and obviously everyone's at home.
Yep.
We got a good chance to get some painting done, and I want to see some cool stuff.
The competitions we had the last two weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it was, across the 2 stores, just showcase how proud I was of our local community.
Our community's awesome.
Blown away, absolutely. And this is one of the things. This got my personal staff vote when it was showcased.
Got my personal staff vote.
Yeah. This is a local guy called Josh, so kudos and shout outs to you, Josh. I'm going to send you the link pretty quickly on this one as well. But he hasn't been playing 40k. It's not his thing for 20 years. But he's been painting. And he's been honing his skills. He's got a young one at home and really keen to get that young one involved as well. And kind of been painting along with him. I believe it's a son. So that little story of kind of the fatherly love. Haven't really gotten a chance to play some games. Actually looking to get back into it with 9th edition as well.
Yeah, well, he's been playing Kill Team with the kid.
Yeah,
which is cool. But unfortunately, he has a knight army. So not exactly the most kill team friendly, but he's been playing kill team with his son, having a good time, and on the side just chipping away at these knights. And he has more than 2 of these, but he sent these in, and I was blown away. I think this is an amazing paint job. Big fan of the color scheme in general. Like sometimes that's more important than the paint job.
Yep.
I love the little wolf on the base.
Yep.
Really nice touch. The base itself is done well.
He's added a lot of kind of third-party things. There's a couple of little sneaky things that I've heard in here, like a zip tie is actually kind of that mark on the base that he's put a scribble on there. All this mesh, I don't know what they use for the mesh, but it looks like almost the wrapping that you'd have on like salamis and stuff like that. And even some little pipes and things he's just got across there, I think, which is really, really cool. And you know the craziest thing about Josh? He posted on our page at one point, said, hey guys, I got this really cool old model. There's not a lot of them around, so I'm kind of a little worried about doing it justice. I'm actually thinking of getting commission painted. And then chat's like, oh, no, man, you can do it. It's fine. You know, like, have a go. If your worst case, you strip it up. This is the quality of his miniatures, and he's afraid that he can't do something justice. So just absolutely exquisite, brilliant, clean line work. The lenses are brilliant as well. You can just tell there's a lot of care and love. And he's done warning stripes, Scott. You done warning stripes before?
Yeah, they suck.
They're
not easy to do. But look, again, this is obviously very well painted. Don't feel like you have to submit a masterpiece every time. We're just looking for cool minis and sometimes cool stories.
Yep.
So yeah, every week, well, that's XWing. Every week we're going to be taking a new miniature, put it on the stream.
Yep.
And talk about it. So yeah, send them in. Send them in to just Facebook is good for us, or if you want to email them, info@generalgames.com.au.
Yep.
Or just wherever. You can contact us in a bunch of places, all the socials. You can comment on this video with a Dropbox link.
If you don't have a good enough photo, I don't necessarily promote people coming into the store just for this particular reason, but if you want to bring it in, Scott's got some gorgeous cameras. Maybe we can take a quick snapshot as well. Yeah. Get it something good. Live with us for a couple of days to kind of get a good light and things like that. But yeah.
But sure, yeah. So that's just what we want to be doing from now on. So without further ado, that is our update video.
Yep.
We will be signing off quickly.
Life in general?
Yeah, to life in general.
Week.
And we will then be coming back with Magic Stream, as always.
So thank you very much for watching. Comment below.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and if you like that video, check out more at our YouTube channel. Hit the ding ding to get notifications when we post videos. If not, we have an Instagram as well. And if you just want to check us out on Facebook, we have links in the description for all of that. Nah.